get some play action, play calls. I know Coach Motor's going to have dialed up for him.
Frank's in for a treat. So are you. Carlos Hernandez, the opening kickoff, sails through the back of the end zone. Touchback. The Unicorns will start first and 10 at their own 25. It's Cole Redding, one of the team leaders for these Unicorns. Young man who not only plays safety, but plays receiver for him too. Returns kicks, returns punts. Letting that one go through, and with that, the Unicorns have the ball first in a game in which they're hoping to turn the fortunes of this series. They've had the upper hand for the majority of the series history. 32 wins against only 9 wins for Canyon, but the Cougars have gotten them in each of the last 2 games. Coach Brad Mulder, who Frank mentioned pregame, telling us this week, this is one of those that as soon as I got the job, the first question was, what are you going to do to beat Canyon? We've lost to them 2 years in a row. Oh. Here's his chance. On the first play, Frank, nothing doing. That Canyon D there in a hurry.
Yeah, we got to figure it out up front, man. They gotta go out there and block a little somebody at least.
Well, the quarterback for the Unicorns is Clayton Namkin. He's a senior. 2-year Letterman coming in. You see the give to Billy Barrows, junior running back. Namkin, though, having to sit the last couple of years, though he's been on varsity. The Unicorns just graduated a class that went through 3 straight playoff seasons. So New Braunfels and that proud tradition really, really enjoying some success over the last several years. Lampkin back to pass. First one is complete. Out to the sideline. Lane Duke, senior receiver, makes the catch. And that's enough to move the sticks. First down for the Unicorns as they spot the ball at right around the 27-yard line.
It's a good ball. I like that. That corner's playing. He's playing so far off with that Will linebacker tucked in. That's like a give-me throw. You got to make that every time. So Coach Motor loves, going after those easy throws like that, trying to see the receiver can make somebody miss and, get some extra yards out of it.
Tapiwa Hananda, the cornerback, they're able to make the stop, but as Frank mentioned, Nanda Till, Lane Duke picked up the first down. Air again, intended for Duke again. Out route, Frank. It looks like they just missed, though.
Just missed him. I think the timing was a little bit off. I don't know if that the receiver wasn't expecting it or what. I think the quarterback was getting a little antsy, kind of throw everything off, but I think next time they'll get it there.
That was 3rd and 8, so on to punt now. The Unicorns looking to go 3 and out. Are the Canyon Cougars looking to force the action? Following a first down on their first series of plays, but no first down for the Unicorns following that subsequent first down. Off the side of the foot, not a great kick. Clayton Namkin, the quarterback, wants that one back. And a big break for the Canyon Cougars, Frank. In games like this, it's often those little plays that make a huge difference, right? I mean, it's yes, there's the big play. Yes, there's the long touchdowns. Yes, there's the turnovers. But it's those little things, the punt that goes off the side of the foot, a holding penalty there, another play here that really kind of add up to make a difference in the end.
It does. I mean, Canyon gets the ball. They got a short field. So, I mean, that's a great advantage for those guys. And even if they don't get it, I think they'll get a field goal out of this drive right now.
Dietrich shotgun formation. He's got twins to his left, puts a man in motion, hands up the middle across the 30. First carry of the ball game goes to Ben Coronado. Make that Reagan Jackson number 5. And Jackson, a young man who's already getting a lot of looks. An offer from Yale, an offer from UIW, only a junior. Chance to be really, really good, already playing at a high level. Dietrich, slants, screen.
Oh, fumble. Went out of bounds, though.
It did go out of bounds.
That was a great play call. They see that corner bailing, so that's open. You got that Will linebacker pushing out there, so if we just got that block and made one guy miss, I think he would have been off to the races.
Donovan Craycraft, the reception. 94 yards receiving last week for Donovan. One of 5 Canyon pass catchers were able to haul in a touchdown. And a tough 45-35 loss to Austin High to open the season. Handoff up the middle. Again, it's Jackson. Not much there as Mr. Reagan was trying to fight for more yardage, and that brings up their first 4th down. They're going to call it 4th and right around 5. They need to get to the 22 to continue the drive. As to be expected at the high school ranks, this kind of 4-down territory, right, Frank? You're at the new Braunfels 26.
It is.
It would be a 43-yard field goal. You're too close to punt.
Yep.
And so you're going to go here on 4th and officially 4.
I'd go outside to this guy, number 11 right here, and throw a slant. I mean, it's kind of wide open. That corner's playing so far off. The inside guy could take 2 of those guys out with it. So hopefully Coach Mack sees that and try to throw a quick slant on the outside. I think it's wide open. We'll see what he does, though.
Well, Coach Sean McAuliffe wants to talk it over before this very big play. You can say the first big play of the ball game, 4th and 4, Canyon. Right now, their offensive team still on the field. It looks like they're electing to go with the ball at the 26-yard line, benefiting from great field position after their defense forced the New Braunfels punt following a Unicorn 1st down. Punt going off the side of the leg, side of the foot there of the quarterback, Clayton Napkin.
He's going for the field goal.
Yep, they made the switch. Carlos Enriquez on to attempt. It is a 43-yarder.
Oh,
and it's blocked.
Oh, pick it up.
And a chance for a return.
Oh.
Unicorns will settle for the ball at right around the 46.
That was big time right there.
Well, we talked about a potential for the first big play of the game. We saw it. It just didn't come from Canyon's ends.
That was big time right there. I wouldn't be surprised right now if the Unicorns go for a shot right here and go at it. They got the momentum going for them. I wouldn't be surprised if they throw a trick play or just take a shot. They got everything kind of going in their favor right now.
That looked to be big old Ryland Baldwin who got the block, and that wouldn't be surprising, Frank. Ryland goes 6'4", 245.
Yeah, that's huge, man. That's college caliber right there for sure.
He is getting some looks. Leader up front for this Unicorn defense, and is responsible for getting New Braunfels offense right back on the field. 1st and 10 at their own 45, handoff. Again, not much there, maybe a couple, as Billy Barrows fights his way for, it might be exactly 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and 8, ball now at the 47 for the Unicorns. Their second offensive possession. Napkin in shotgun formation. Jumbled backfield as they look toward the sideline for the play call.
I mean, they have 9 guys in the box. They're going to have to go outside and attack these cornerbacks. Either that's a stop route or out route. There you go.
Over the middle.
Got a glance route.
Tipped.
He's got tipped. That's what they're going to have to do. Canyon's going to want to load the box like that with 9 guys. It's going to be hard to try to run that every time. So they're going to have to attack these cornerbacks to kind of see what they got.
Canyon safety Jake Polson looking to make a play on that when it was up in the air. Tough go of it. He was nowhere near the ball, but still made the effort. That Unicorn offense looking to that sideline. The offensive coordinator for New Braunfels is Guy Anderson. If that rings the bell for the old-time high school football fans, yes, it is former Judson quarterback Guy Anderson. Pass complete. 1st down over the middle for New Braunfels. They continue to move the chains. This one to Grant Franklin. Grant equaling the number of receptions he had last week. 17 yards receiving a week ago in their season opening W against Madison, a 48-0 victory. This time moving the sticks. Napkin shotgun. Slot on the out route. Looking to make a move was Kaden Mills.
I wouldn't be surprised if they keep on attacking that. Like I said, these throws are wide open. Those corners are playing so far off. It's like a gimme throw. I think Coach Martin's going to keep on going at that, attacking that until they respect it enough, and then they're going to try to hit him with the run.
Roman McFall. The stop for the Cougars, but not before. Kaden Mills gained 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Napkin over the middle, takes the shot on the post corner.
Taking a shot. Ooh.
2 Canyon defenders there. It looked like he was looking for Kaden Mills again. Instead, Tapiwa Hernandez saying, no, I'm back here. There's going to be none of that as long as I'm back here, at least not for now.
That was great defense right there.
Two receivers in the same vicinity there, Frank. That kind of the case that's drawn up sometimes? Sometimes it's okay to do that?
It is. I think they might have been a little too close because like you seen right there, that defender was able to play both, fall off of that one receiver and just go with the pass. So I don't think they were meant to be that close, but probably were meant to be double post right there.
3rd and 3, shotgun for Namkin. He hands up the middle and scooting his way potentially toward a first down is Brock Stewart. Brock's first touch of the night. Young man who got the ball 10 times last week, 72 yards on the ground. This one good for another first down, and Frank, New Braunfels very methodical down the field here on this second possession.
Love to see that. I think they got to keep attacking this pass game. Throw those hitches, throw those out routes, just get an easy run, easy passes I meant. I think the run game is not there right now. Like I said, it's 9 people in the box. You're gonna have to go out there and attack those receivers, and those cornerbacks. They're playing 7 yards off. Just throw a hitch route. Once they start biting, maybe throw a hitch and go. But you got to have those corners start respecting you. They're gonna keep on, bailing like that at the snap of the ball.
Brock Stewart to carry his second consecutive tote. 2nd and 10, no gain. Namkin with backs to each side.
Just like that.
Quick curl. That's complete.
Just like that. They got to keep on doing that all the way down the field. Eventually that corner is going to get tired of it. You hit him with a double move, should be wide open.
Again, it is Grant Franklin. His second catch on this possession. And it brings up 3rd and 6 for the Unicorns. So the Cougars have managed to force New Braunfels into 3rd down situations. Right now, for the most part, though, the Unicorns have converted on those 3rd downs, save for that one on that first possession that led to the shank on the punt. But here they are, 3rd and 6 at right around the Canyon 25.
Oh.
Nothing doing there.
Whoa.
And a turnover at the same time. What a play for Canyon.
Oh.
Fantastic effort. Quincy Jones out of that linebacker spot. Another look right here, Frank. He was barreling in. He probably had an effect on why that ball was dropped and the mishandle.
Definitely. He definitely had a great impact. He shot that gap perfectly. That was great by him.
Well, the Cougars with the first turnover of this game, although New Braunfels did block a field goal to end the Cougars' first possession. So following that fumble recovery by Quincy, 1st and 10 for the Cougars just outside their own 30. Hand again. It's their workhorse. You're going to hear a lot of his name. You did already on the first possession, Jackson Reagan. 14 carries, 65 yards last weekend. They use them also use them in the passing game as well. 2nd down, 7. Reagan again. This time, nothing there.
I think they're going to do exactly what I said the Unicorns are going to have to do. They're going to have to start throwing the ball some. These corners are playing so far. They're looking to bail. You're going to have to throw, glances on those guys, 3-step slants. Just get those guys to honor you, or maybe even a post over their head. Those safeties are playing so far down in cover 4. They're so hard run fitters. You get a play action with number 4 right there, that field safety. I think that'll be a touchdown right there if we throw a post. Just like that, if you ran a post. Didn't run a post, though.
Incomplete on 3rd and 9, and so the Cougars punting unit about to come onto the field for the first time.
Brings up a 4th and 9 for the Cougars.
Yeah, I think if he had some play action right there, it would have held that linebacker in some more. Like I said, those guys are so run fit first, even with the safety. So I think play action might have helped that quarterback out there get that ball in that hole that he was looking for.
Micah Gonzalez, all-district linebacker, in on that play for the Unicorns.
Good punt.
Redding ready for the return.
Uh-oh.
Across the 40. Cole Redding still on his
touchdown.
feet. Cole Redding might go.
That's touchdown. He ain't catching him.
Our first touchdown of the 42nd Wurst Bowl comes courtesy of Cole Redding.
Touchdown. That was spectacular right there. That was a great vision by him.
It was almost as you could see it developing in slow motion, Frank. You saw him get to the corner.
Yeah.
You saw him turn the edge, and then it was lights out from that point on. It was just one man to beat at the goal line, and the rest, as they say, is history.
For sure. He was going right from Jump Street. Once he break containment, I knew that was wraps from Jump Street. I don't know what happened, though. I'm trying to figure that out.
Well, I don't see a flag on the field.
I don't either. That's why I'm kind of confused on what's kind of going on right now.
Well, we see Coach Motor. Coach Motor's upset at something.
He is.
But I'm looking for a flag as we're keeping an eye on the coaching staff and the officials as well. Now the New Braunfels special teams, the kicking unit being taken off the field.
I don't know exactly what happened.
So the ref right now has been in a decently long conversation with head coach Brad Mulder. The Unicorn extra point unit is now on the sideline. It looks like their offense is huddled up here right around the 30. There we go. Here's the call coming. I didn't see the call.
I didn't even see a flag, so I don't know what's going on, honestly. Maybe a block in the back.
I heard the public address announcer say we're going to replay the last play. Okay, that we see that. My question now is why?
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, the assumption is a penalty, right? That would be the only reason they're doing this again. Either that or somebody tried to call a timeout and was granted that timeout, but no timeout's been taken unless they counted the duration of the timeout as the conversation between Coach Brad Mulder and the official was happening. And now Canyon has taken a timeout.
But we both didn't see a flag, though. That's why I'm kind of confused on what's kind of going on. I didn't see a flag, so that doesn't really help me try to figure out, what the flag was on or if it was a flag or, like you said, a timeout occurred that they tried to call before the snap that wasn't, qualified, I guess, but they gave it to him.
What's interesting, Frank, is while I was seeing the Cougar defense, or the Cougar punt team, I should say, getting ready to get back on the field, I didn't see any Unicorns making their way back onto the field, which would make sense, right, from a just natural perspective. If you're Canyon, you don't want that play to count, so you're going out there to play the down again. But it's not as New Braunfels was any kind of a sense of hurry to get back out there.
Yeah, I don't really know. I'm still kind of confused. I still kind of want to know what happens. We're going to see if they're going to cover this one and see if we could run that back again.
Well, Cole Redding now going to get another opportunity. He's standing at right around his own 23-yard line.
See if Cole Redding could do it again.
The old Deion Sanders test, Frank.
Let's see.
He'd run it back, there'd be a penalty, and they'd be like, all right, kick it to him again, see if he can do it again.
I don't think he kicked it to him. He kicked it a lot shorter. And
that one falls out of bounds. Smart.
Very smart. I wouldn't give it to him again.
And it rolls out of bounds at the 29-yard line. That's where New Braunfels will take over for the third time in this ball game. 3:50 remaining in the opening quarter. And although there's no points on the board, some fireworks already in the early going when you take into account a blocked field goal, a fumble, a touchdown and a punt return that was called back. And now the Unicorns starting over at their own 29. Quarterback, as mentioned, young man who is coming out for his third possession, Clayton Napkin.
There you go, Clayton.
Senior, taking
like
off
Ooh.
near first down yardage.
That might have, I don't know.
And he fell awkwardly.
I think that might have been a flag. I think he got hit up top.
Oh,
I don't know
boy.
if the ref's seen that. That's why Brad Mulder's pretty pissed off right now.
He went down hard.
Yep. I think he got hit up top pretty bad.
Yeah, Napkin back on the turf. Here's another look at that hit. So he's going down there.
I think that could have been way worse than what it was. I hope he's good, but I think that the defensive back kind of led with his hit him up top with his shoulder pad, hit his helmet. I think he still could have been a flag, in my opinion.
And you're worrying about it on two fronts
For sure.
here because, number one, he took the hit up top, as you've mentioned, right? But then his lower body was at an odd angle because his legs stay back while then his upper body takes a shot, and he's kind of in that no man's land where you hope there's nothing serious. Now, he's able to walk off the field under his own power, albeit gingerly, but he is able to walk off the field. Yeah, our best to Clayton Nampkin.
For sure. Yeah, well, in that position, you're kind of defenseless. You can't really guard yourself and try to, break your fall or try to fall down a certain way in that position. So hopefully everything is good with him, and we get to see him come back out there and finish this game off.
The backup quarterback is number 14, Jackson Maples. He's a junior. Played JV last year. Maples, hands. Billy Barrows, another carry. Maybe a couple, depending on the spot for Mr. Barrows, who rushed for 48 yards on 13 carries last week, scored a touchdown in that blowout win against Madison. He gets 2 here, so 2nd down and 8 for a Unicorn squad that's looking for its 2nd win in as many weeks in 2024. The pump fake.
That's a double move I was talking about. Just keep on baiting that corner back in. Did a hitch and go right there. He didn't bite too well. And Coach always tells us, it's 2 completions that's never been completed. 1 overthrown and 1 out of bounds. Got to give him a chance right there. Just overthrow him a little bit. I think go back to him. I think he'll give him a chance. I think that'd be a great play.
Jackson Maples overthrowing Grant Franklin. Grant with a couple of catches already in the quarter. 3rd and 8. Maples, shotgun, screen to have it set up. Kaden Mills near the first down marker, but 2 yards short. 4th and 2, and here comes the Unicorn punt unit. Looking for the junior receiver over the middle. And Cole Redding now into punt. Remember, on that first possession, or to end that first possession, Clayton Nampkin, the quarterback, stayed in to punt for the Unicorns. Not an option right now. Instead, it's Cole Redding going high for the snap, hauls it down, and then a good kick. Falls it right around the 25, takes a canyon bounce before the Unicorns down it at the 30. Great thing about these rivalry games, Frank, is even when the score's 0-0 like this, there's seemingly always something going on. Like, this has been anything but a dull 0-0 game.
Like you mentioned, it's been exciting. You got the blocked field goal. You got the touchdown that got called back. So it's been some action for sure. It's only the first quarter. So I'm excited to see, what the game has in store for us. And it's a great rivalry, and I'm just glad I'm a part of this.
We still got 2 minutes and 10 seconds in the first quarter.
Yep.
They're glad to have you, Frank.
Ooh.
Pass to the outside, complete.
They went no running backs out there. They went all wide outs. I like that.
They took the back. I'm sorry, Frank. I didn't mean to step over you. Just going to say they took the running back, Jackson Reagan, and they took him out of the backfield and split him out wide. And he can do that. He caught 3 balls last week for 88 yards, including a touchdown.
I think they got to keep throwing the ball. Even right there, I think the guy, the receiver up top was wide open. They did a little RPO action right there. I think the quarterback would have read that a little differently. He could have pulled that and threw it up top. And that cornerback is playing so far off, he could have caught that and got at least 12 yards right there. So I think both teams got to start throwing the ball a little bit more. The box is so heavy inside that somebody's going to be unblocked. It's kind of hard to run the ball right now.
A play after he caught the pass, he got the carry. So odd Jackson Reagan all the time. Rolling out, flat, complete, and first down for the Cougars. Kendrew Walker, tight ends, 4 catches last weekend, including a touchdown, one of 5 Canyon Cougars to haul in a touchdown pass from quarterback Reese Dietrich. That is first reception of the night, and it gets to the Cougars to their own 49 and a new set of downs. Dietrich, shotgun, quick. Past midfield, a good move, and then down at the 45-yard line of Canyon, or right around that spot.
Hey, Hector, I think they need to come back to that play they just did. Donovan Craycraft on the previous play before that one, he kind of came open in the back. I know as a quarterback, you're never supposed to pass up your first read, but if the quarterback would have held on the ball a little bit longer, it was like a post coming from the left side to the right side that was wide open. I think they'll come back to that play.
We'll see if Frank Nostradamus Harris calls it correctly. Handoff again. It's Jackson Reagan. And that should be the last play of the first quarter. Reagan very busy for this Canyon offense. Several players have been very busy on both sides of the ball. At the end of one, here at the Wurst Bowl, down I-35 at Cougar Stadium on the campus of New Braunfels Canyon High School, we're scoreless after one. Second quarter on the way next, right here on KSAT's Big Game Coverage. Back here at the Wurst Bowl as part of KSAT's Big Game Coverage. Canyon picking up a first down on third down while we were away. So this 1st and 10 as Dietrich airs it out down the sideline and out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a busted play right there. He kind of tried to make something out of nothing. But like I said, they got to start throwing the ball. The box is so compressed. The corner's playing off like a cover 3 technique. He's giving up so much ground on the snap of the ball. Either they run a 5-step glance route, maybe even a slant or something, maybe an out route, so that wheel linebacker's not in effect. But they got to start throwing the ball out there to get those guys kind of spread out, more, so they can get out of the box, so they can start running the ball a lot more.
Intended for Donovan Craycraft down the sideline. 2nd and 10. Dietrich trips to his right. Lone receiver to his left. He takes off up the middle. Try to get to the outside. That Unicorn defense, though, doing a nice job of containment.
That was great right there. They got those guys spread out, had a light box right there. I think if you let it develop just a little bit more, take that full one step like that, let that linebacker go out there, act like he's throwing the ball. It was a light box. I think it would have been great if we just waited just a tad bit longer.
That's the key, isn't it, Frank? It's kind of that patience while you're still in a hurry, if you will.
It's tough, especially as a quarterback draw. As a quarterback, you're so eager to get out there and run the ball. So it's definitely tough. I always dealt with that as well.
3rd and 7 for the Cougars. Again, trips to the right, and the lone receiver is Craycraft to the left. He's looking that way.
Oh.
Not going to have a chance to let it go. Big quarterback sent for that New Braunfels defense. Omar Garza. Young man who led the team in tackles last week for the Unicorns. 7, 1 for loss, 3 quarterback hits a week ago. This one, a big one that forces 4th down for the Cougars.
Man, that was perfect. That's exactly the glance route I was talking about, a little RPO action. It would have been wide open if we would have protected and blocked that guy. It was a great play call by Coach Mack, and just didn't execute up front. I think one guy was a little bit extra off the line that they couldn't account for.
4th and 12, Cougars going to punt. They were at the Unicorn 42, and Dietrich,
good kick
from that spot, a good kick down at the 5. So the Unicorns, the shadow of their own end zone to start their first possession of the second quarter. Now, Frank, I want you to do something here.
Yes, sir.
You know the game so well, and when it comes to terminology, I want you to, a little while ago, you fantastically broke down what Canyon was looking to do against the New Braunfels defense. You mentioned cover 3.
Yes, sir.
You know what cover 3 is. I know what cover 3 is. For those fans at home who might not be aware, they hear cover 3, but they've always thought, what does that exactly mean? Take us through what cover 3 means from a secondary perspective in the coverage.
That means one of the safeties is going to roll down. It'll be one safety, that covers the middle of the field, and then the 2 cornerbacks have the deep third. So it'll be broken down into 3. So one corner would have the left side, the safety have the middle, and then the right corner would have the right side, anything deep. So the corners are playing very, very soft because they don't want to get beat deep. So they're just bailing every time on the snap. Either they're in cover 3 or a soft cover 4. That's kind of what I've been seeing is a lot of cover 4 with those safeties playing inside. A cover 4 just means exactly the same thing, but if those guys go deep, it basically turns into a man coverage. And with those safeties sitting inside like that, their main priority is to be a run fit first. So any play action, those guys are going to come down because that's what their priority is. So I think if they were to do either Canyon or the Unicorns, if they were to do a play action play and get some protection, I think those outside guys will be a great post, will be a great route for that, because in cover 4, as a quarterback, I mean, I love a post route versus cover 4. Getting those safeties to come down and getting that cornerback on the island. He has to cover that guy if he's going straight. Once he sticks across his face, it's wide open.
Football 101 is part of your viewing pleasure here on the KSAT Big Game coverage. Proud to bring you the Wurst Bowl, the 42nd edition. Good news, by the way, even though the Canyon D had a nice stop on that 1st and 10, good news in that Clayton Nampkin is back on the field for the Unicorns. We saw him leave the series the previous time the Unicorns had the ball, took an awkward shot, his upper body going one way, the lower body kind of stuck, but back on the field is Clayton, senior quarterback, team leader, and handing to Billy Barrows on that first play. Got him 2, so 2nd and 8 here as they resume the timeout.
You know, speaking of injuries, I told you earlier, Hector, you know, when I tore my ACL versus Judson, you know, Coach Mack from New Braunfels Canyon, he was at Judson at the time. He was the first guy to come over there to make sure I was okay, so I always have a ton of respect for him. Even though I was supposed to go to Judson, have a ton of respect for that guy because he didn't have to do that.
Coach Sean McCullough, one of the good guys. So many of these coaches are.
For sure.
Having such an impact, and you know this firsthand, Frank, having such an impact on the lives of so many young men across greater San Antonio.
And that's what it's about. You know, to get into that coaching role, to try to encourage and be a role model for the younger generation like myself. And it's been since 2017 since I graduated from high school, and Mac wasn't even my coach. Ton of respect for him and of course Coach Mortar was, but just having that relationship with those guys right there, they just got back there. I think they knew that run was coming. They're like a little GT counter and a guard tackle pool, and they just kind of ate that one up.
Brock Stewart, the carry, was his 2nd consecutive touch on that series, that Canyon defense throwing him around there in the backfield. And so with that, a 4th down coming for the Unicorns, 4th and 3. And it looks like Cole Redding is in his end zone. Clayton Nampkin, again, the punter on that first series, but I think with Clayton maybe dealing with some bumps and bruises from early tonight, maybe Cole Redding, expect him to handling punting duties. This one off the side of his foot.
Great field position for Kane.
And he knows it.
Let's see if they can capitalize.
Cole putting those 2 hands at the top of his helmet right away, thinking, oh boy, could I have that one back?
Just a chance to capitalize right here. They got to go at it. I think right now this is the best time. I know they got a trick play dialed up in their sleeve or a shot play. I think they're going to have to go at it, you know, sooner or later. And I think this is a great opportunity for them to go for it.
1st and 10 inside the 30 of New Braunfels for Canyon. They're at the 28.
Go. That's the trick play I'm talking about. See that tackle out wide?
Yes, they've got an offensive lineman. Diego Sanchez is in the slot.
There we go.
Sanchez acting as he wants the ball. Now he's a blocker. Dietrich takes off. Run out of bounds just shy of the 20.
Didn't pan out, but they still got some positive yards.
What? So this is right here as you look at this replay. As Dietrich serving the field, big O number 77, you see him on the right side of your screen. He was acting out there like, throw me the ball, throw me the ball, throw me the ball.
That's the trick play I was talking about. Yep. And they had something up their sleeve.
2nd and 5. Inside the 25, Dietrich hands.
Reagan the back there.
It's Reagan.
Unicorn 20 now close to the 16.
Jackson to right around the 16-yard line. Good enough for another 1st down. As Canyon, another opportunity here. They had one on their first touch of the ball game, following, interestingly enough, like just now, following a shanked punt. Another opportunity here for the Cougars to get some points on the board. Dietrich looks left, complete
Touchdown.
at the 5, just shy of the touchdown.
That was great play call.
Donovan Craycraft caught it at the 5, made a move to the outside, looked for a couple of seconds like he was going to get in. That Unicorn defense stopped making the stop, but it might be only for a matter of minutes. Dietrich hurries up to the line, gets across, and now we have our first touchdown of the 42nd Wurst Bowl. Reese Dietrich sneaking from a yard out, although I don't know if I'd call it a sneak, considering it was pretty well telegraphed. Doesn't matter. Those big nasties up front doing the job. Diego Sanchez at tackle. Matthew Sauceda at guard. Joseph Galvan the center. David Mangana the guard. And then the other tackle, Joseph Coronado. Extra point. Snap. Hold. Kick. Good. Carlos Enriquez makes it a 7-0 ball game. Canyon on the board first in the 2024 Wurst Bowl. We're back after this right here at Cougar Stadium.
That was a smart play by him to let the kick go out of bounds and get a flag right there.
So as we come back and join the action here on KSAT's big game coverage, kickoff, as Frank mentioned, going out of bounds, and so with that, the penalty. And New Braunfels has the option here of what they want to do. Do they want to make Canyon re-kick? Do they just want to take it? And actually a penalty before the kick. They're going to say Canyon moved early. It looks like the Unicorns are content to say, you know what, we're fine, we'll take it at the 37-yard line. As the Canyon D huddled up, scoring first, looking for their third straight Wurst Bowl victory in a series that has been dominated by New Braunfels. 32-9, the series count. But New Braunfels head coach Brad Mulder telling us it's not lost on these Unicorns fans that, yeah, though they might have the series advantage, they haven't been on the winning end of the last couple. What are you going to do to beat Canyon? The first question he got before he was even formally introduced. Napkin, looks like his arm was hit.
Yep, definitely got hit. I love the aggression though right there by the Unicorns. I love everything about that play call right there. You got to just protect a little bit more up front. I think we had him out there.
Kaden Mills, the intended target. He was crossing. You see Napkin still favoring that right leg a little bit. He's a gamer, though, Frank. This is one of those games, and you know more than anybody with everything that you played through not only your high school but your days at UTSA. These are the types of games that you say, I'll deal with it later.
You have to.
Can I walk? Then I'll play.
Get
Slot, complete. Dragged down, but not before Cameron Pitts moves the sticks. As the Unicorns look to counter Canyon's first score of the ball game. Cameron, a junior receiver. Brought down by Parker Woodrum, young man who had 2 solo assists a week ago, 3 assisted tackles, 2 solo tackles, formation. I should say. Go ahead, Frank.
Perfect formation right there. I think if they would have run 3 slants, the inside guy has like a slant to take away 2 guys. The middle guy right there was a run a looky slant. I think that would be perfect because they're playing so far off that would have been a money play right there.
2nd and 7. Napkin looking to his right. Ball tipped. Falls to the turf.
Yep. That's
if you're New Braunfels, when that happens, you hold your breath.
It does.
If you're Canyon, you're thinking, get it.
No doubt. That's Mulder's. That's play right there. It's called fade speed out. You kind of just trying to high-low that cornerback, but right there like it was man coverage or cover 4. So that safety went with the out route. I think that's where the quarterback's trying to get the ball. Just got tipped.
3rd and 7. Unicorns at exactly midfield.
3
Napkin
slants.
and shotgun.
We got to go throw 3 slants right there.
Again.
There we go.
And
First
they
down.
move the sticks. I was going to say again because they go to Cameron Pitts once more.
Yep.
Ball now at the 40. They needed 7. They got 10. Look at Napkin as Pitts came back for it and then just made enough moves to get to that first down marker. Trips to the left, handoff, up the middle. Meant almost instantaneously as he got to the line of scrimmage, and there's the helmet coming off. Carter Jackson going to have to go back and get it. Carter's just a sophomore. Let's see, look at the end of that play. Picked up 2 for the Unicorns. And as they have throughout this ball game so far, very methodical down the field. Question for the Unicorns is, can they turn that into points on this possession? We go under 5.5 in the first half. Cougars taking a 7-0 lead minutes ago on a quarterback keeper by Reese Dietrich. Shot toward the end zone. Looked like there was some miscommunication there between Kaden Mills.
They threw a flag right there.
And Clayton Napkin. There's a penalty marker at the right around the 12. Or they might say that Kaden Mills was held.
I think that might have been uncatchable, though. That's very lenient by the whitehead right there to throw a flag.
But they're going to say it's pass interference.
I think that's what the argument is right there on the Kane sideline, that it was uncatchable. But that's what he's doing right now. He's saying it's uncatchable, which I do agree with. He did get tugged, but I don't think it was catchable ball. Definitely agree.
With the penalty, the ball now spotted at the Cougar 23. And so this now, New Braunfels' best opportunity here in the first half. New set of downs. 5:08 to go before the intermission. Napkin with trips to his left. Lone receiver to his right. He's looking left. Goes that way.
Oh, good
what
catch.
A catch with the one hand. And then to the outside.
Score that.
Play of the night for New Braunfels. Kaden Mills.
Oh, man, that's pretty cool right there.
Junior receiver.
That was awesome right there.
Nothing junior about that play. Big league all the way.
It's a great catch. He has a great number as well.
That's worth several more looks. Here's the first.
Ooh, good catch.
Woohoo!
Great catch.
And then the presence of mind, Frank, to not just be content with the catch. You know what? I got an end zone to get to.
Yeah, that's what it is right there.
Extra point.
All about that yak.
We're tied. We'll be right back. It's fun. 5 minutes to go. 7-7 between Canyon.
Where's this one?
Here we go. Kickoff return as we welcome you back to Cougar Stadium. A 7-7 ball game thanks to Kaden Mills of the Unicorns just moments ago on the kick return. Nice job coming across. Josiah Rodriguez Gonzalez making the most of this kick return, refusing to go down. A couple of spin moves before they finally bring it down at right around the 24-yard line. And that's where Canyon will start with 4:52 remaining before the half.
You know, Coach always talks about, you know, the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first four minutes of the second half. You know, we always talk about that all the time. So that's when the momentum is built. So let's see if these guys go out there and get a score, and if they come back out there the second half. But these are the most important times. The last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half is where the game is going to be determined at.
Similar to closing the round in boxing, right?
No doubt.
Finish with a flurry and then start the next round with one as well. Let's see how Canyon responds. No stranger to the ball through these first couple of minutes, Jackson Reagan. Another carry there. This one gets him 3. Running there on the interior before that New Braunfels D able to gang up. Officially, they're going to say it's a pickup of 2. Scoreboard showing 2nd and 8.
Oh, they're going 5 wide right here, looks like. No running back. Got them flexed out. See what they do.
With that empty backfield, they put Reagan in motion. Looking left is Dietrich.
Here we go.
Looking to take off, and he does. Escaping the grasp, then nearing the first down. Might have gotten it depending on the spot.
I think they give it to him. I think they give him that first down. Yep, they gave it to him.
And that's good enough for the Cougars.
It is a first down. Ball at the 34. See Dietrich, young man who threw for over 400 yards last week. 403 to be exact. 5 touchdowns. He's got 1 tonight, but it came on the ground. Jackson Reagan, another carry. Nearing the 14 carries he had last week, 65 yards on the ground, 88 more yards through the air. So Jackson Reagan, a very big part of this Canyon offense, and you've seen it through these first 15 minutes of tonight's ball game. Trips to our side. Dietrich going right.
Ooh, that was a big hit. I think they got a holding
Well, there's a
Hold the call
penalty
right
flag there before Omar Garza was able to make the stop. We'll see if it stands.
He might have held him. It's either he's going to let his quarterback get hit or he's going to hold him and not let him get hit. So as a quarterback, we hate penalties, but I definitely appreciate you protecting me.
Sometimes you get back to the huddle and you say, hey, I know we got penalized, but thank you.
I appreciate you, brother. It means a lot. I know you're going to get in trouble, but that's definitely selfless on your end.
Frank, of course, a legendary career at UTSA, two-time conference offensive player of the year, two-time conference champion. Virtually every passing record at UTSA belongs to the man to the left. Dietrich, his counterpart on Canyon, for Canyon on the field tonight, going to his left. And Canyon getting back to right around the original line of scrimmage.
I appreciate those kind words you said about me, but, it all started back in high school, with Coach Motor and all those guys. And, shout out to Clemens, high school. That kind of molded me to the person that I am today. And definitely was a long process, to get those accolades and those achievements, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Frank, you don't have to thank me for those kind words because they might be kind words, but as some famous, I don't know his name, but he's a famous TikToker. He's a famous YouTuber. He's a famous something. As he would say, facts. All they are is facts.
That's funny. Yeah, I guess I do have a couple of accolades out there, but, I always tell everybody I never play for those. It's not really what it's about. It's about pouring into other people and giving back, to San Antonio and my community, and just trying to impact, the youth. I'm trying to be a role model, and that's really what it's about. I mean, the accolades are cool and all, but that's truly not what it's about. And I don't want to be remembered, for my accolades. I want to be remembered as a great role model, a great young man, that represents the city and was great in this community and always give back.
Well, and you've certainly done that. In talking with Coach Mulder, who, again, if you weren't with us at the top of the broadcast, Coach Mulder was Frank's offensive coordinator. Now the coach at New Braunfels, the head coach, was the OC when Frank was there, saying, I would trust Frank Harris with my kids. That's what I think of him beyond what he did on the football field. Canyon, third down. Dietrich looking to his left. He's got three receivers to that side. He takes off. He's going to get the first down. Where is he going to go out of bounds? Right around the 45.
I think that was cover 6. I think up top it was cover 2 to the field, and then to the boundary. I think that was cover 4. So that was a great disguise right there by those guys. Haven't seen that at all today. My first time seeing it, and I think that was a great ball of quarterback, just to tuck it and run and not try to force anything.
So the clock stops at 2:27. The ball at the Canyon 46. Reese Dietrich and those Cougars now with a new set of downs. Twins to his right.
Looks like cover 6 again. Let's see what they do. I guess not.
Looking left. Dietrich airs it out. He's got Reagan Jackson open. Right through his hands.
That's a great ball. All good. It's all good. Next play. Next play.
Oh, boy. Reagan wants that one back.
Oh, he for sure does.
And, at home, when he's watching this back, he's going to be like, don't show the replay. Don't show the replay.
Hey, it happens to the best of us, man. You got to just go back out, come back next play, move on from it. Short-term memory.
So 2nd and 10. Still at their own 46. Rolling to his left now.
Corner out.
Is Dietrich.
Ooh, I thought he had him.
Coming across. See the pass incomplete, intended for David Waring. Would have been his first catch of the evening. David with 2 receptions last week. One of the 5 touchdowns that Reese Dietrich threw. 31 yards receiving on the night for David Waring in that season-opening loss to Austin High.
Hey, Hector, I'm starting to see some fatigue on both ends of the field. So I want to see kind of what their answer is. I see a lot of guys, with their hands on their hips on both ends of the field. So kind of see what the play calling is and see if we can execute.
Again, 3 receivers to our side. 3rd and 10. Dietrich looking to that left side.
Oh.
Cannot escape the pressure. There to say hello was Zeke Martinez, the senior defensive lineman.
That was great by him.
Zeke, 2 big tackles, 4 quarterback hits. Last week in the win against Madison, a timely play here.
Very timely. That was great by him. Get the momentum back to the Unicorns. They got 2 minutes. Let's see if they can do a 2-minute drill. I know they worked it all the time because we used to work it all the time with Coach Motor. So 2:07 left in the game. You know, I'm excited to see what they got.
You know, interesting about that, Frank, because Coach Motor is saying, hey, we're spread here at New Braunfels, but we like to run the ball. From what you see from this Unicorn offense, how much does it differ considering, now I know that Guy Anderson is his offensive coordinator, but considering that Brad Motor's the head coach, how much is the same as when he was your offensive coordinator over at Clemens?
Well, I'll be honest. You know, I think they try to run me into the ground like I was a running back, and it threw me sometimes like I was a quarterback. So I was a little bit of both. For instance, you know, I'd run the ball 25 times a game and throw the ball 30 times. So it was a lot different. I really don't know why they did it, but I really couldn't. I could care less. I just wanted to get a victory, you know, for my team. So whatever they needed from me, I was going to do it.
I know why they did it. Because if I'm the offensive coordinator and I have Frank Harris on my team, my playbook consists of Frank right, Frank left, Frank up the middle, Frank throw it for 30, dropping the snap, but then getting it away.
Let it roll.
Stopping it right around the 30-yard line. That's where Canyon's going to down it. And so with 1:58 remaining, the Unicorns will take over at exactly their own 30-yard line.
Probably why, you know, I'm 25 years old, but I walk like a 55-year-old. I've been beat up, you know, a lot in my career, but I wouldn't change it for the world, though.
And a lot of fans, not only for Clemens, but at UTSA and local football fans at that, very, very grateful for all that you've done for the local football scene, Frank.
Appreciate
and not
that.
only the high school level, but also UTSA and the run that the Road Runners have been on and continue to be on. Of course, a huge game tomorrow for UTSA with Texas State right down the road here in San Marcos. And always fun when those two get together.
Always.
Albeit, it's been a lopsided rivalry as well, you well know. As the old saying goes, can it really be a rivalry when one team doesn't win? That's literally been the case. Don't hate on me, Texas State fans. Again, I'm just stating facts.
Hey, but I will say, you know, Coach Kenny, the head coach out there at Texas State, great guy, ton of respect for him. He's definitely changing our program a lot. So I'm excited to see what they do tomorrow. Of course, you know, I'm pulling for my Road Runners. But, you know, typically in the past, we always knew we were going to kill Texas State. But recently, those guys have turned it around, and I'm very excited to go out there and watch that game tomorrow.
Looking for Lane Duke, incomplete on first down, so 2nd and 10, ball still at the 30. Namkin.
There we go.
The flat
there
and some room. Across the 50. A flag as he cuts it upfield toward the 25.
No.
The question is this going to stand? Billy Barrows on the receiving end of a big play for now. Another look. Namkin, and you see all kinds of room there in front of Barrows. The flag comes right around here.
Yep.
When he cut it, there it goes. There's where the flag. There's 2 flags.
It was holding. I was a little biased. It was holding, though. He grabbed his jersey. You got to know as a receiver when to give up. Just give up. Let him have it.
So with the holding penalties, that ball brought all the way back to right around the 48-yard line. The Unicorns start there. First down. 1:39 and counting on the clock. Didn't see the hit, and it was a big one. Ball's loose.
Scoop and score.
Canyon's going to have itself a defensive touchdown. Omar Garza. Napkin never knew what hit him before Elijah Delgado was able to pick that one up and scoop it. And it's a 13-7 Canyon lead.
Man, they brought that nigga Sam off the edge, and I don't think that tackle seen him, so he didn't fan out to him. So ultimately, he's going to be the free hitter like he was right there. The quarterback, you can't do nothing about that. You just didn't know what was coming at him.
Carlos Enriquez on to make it a 14-7 game. And he does just that. What a big defensive play for these Canyon Cougars. A huge hit. Namkin had no shot. And then once that ball was on the turf, Elijah Delgado doing the rest.
That was great by him. Like I said, that nickel Sam came free off the edge. Nobody was accounted for him to block. The quarterback didn't see his blind side. And, I mean, that's the worst position to be in as a quarterback, and you got to just embrace the hit and then try to hold on to the football, but it's hard when you're not expecting it.
So 129 in this game changing dramatically on that play because just moments ago it was New Braunfels had the ball with an opportunity to take the lead going into the locker room. Now, just like that, the Cougars find themselves up by 7. And the Unicorns now looking at this going, okay, what do we want to do here? Do we want to maybe safe run play to start? And, you know, if we don't get much going, just kind of let the clock run down and, you know, head into the locker room? Do we want to take a couple of shots here? You know, kind of different ways to look at it at this point now.
I mean, I think they got to go for it. I mean, I got a minute 29. They keep getting the first downs. The clock will stop briefly. Get out of bounds. The clock will stop briefly. I think they got the tools to go out there and try to execute, at least try to go get a field goal. I don't think you run the ball and, you know, give Canyon the grace to get inside the locker room with this momentum without trying to attempt to try to get some points on the board. Going to squib it again. Let's see if it stays in bounds.
There's Carlos Enriquez.
Let it go out.
And that's exactly what they do.
So they should have good field position right here. Let's see what Guy Anderson does.
Mentioned Guy Anderson several times, and I even alluded to, if you're an old high school football fan, and the name rings a bell, he is the quarterback who led Judson to that 1995 state championship. You see the penalty there on
I didn't know that about Guy. I didn't know that.
He was the quarterback
Didn't know that.
when they beat Odessa Permian
Did
in
not know
1995 over at Texas Stadium.
that. Yeah, I know Guy. I didn't know he was a quarterback
Yep.
During that time period.
Yep.
We're going to talk about that one. I did not know that, but that's pretty interesting.
Yep. It was Judson's third state title of the 90s. They won in 92 and they won in 93. Now, on the 92 Judson State Championship team, that team had a player named Sean McCullough.
Really?
He won a state title with Judson in 92.
What did he play?
Graduated. And then the Rockets repeated the following year with Gerard Douglas.
Yeah.
2 years later, they went back, new set of characters, new cast of characters because Gerard Douglas had graduated basically the spring of 94.
Yeah.
After leading the Rockets to another state title in the fall of 93. And then Guy Anderson, the quarterback, in a matchup that's remembered in Texas lore because we finally got to see mighty Judson against mighty Mojo with the Odessa Permian Panthers. Kind of the two teams of the 80s and of the early 90s meeting up in the mid-90s. Another short kick taken by the Unicorns right around the 35 to 40. Still on his feet, and then cross to right around the 45, just short of it. Unicorns have 120 to try to do something right before the half.
They got a great field position right here. I think they can march the ball down the field, at least get a field goal out of this.
Patrick Freeberg up back on the kickoff return team, also a starting safety for these Unicorns. Ball spotted at the 43. Now, if this is a Frank Harris-led offense, 121's plenty of time when you're at this point of the field. Little different at the high school level. Let's see what the Unicorns are able to do here. Namkin back to pass.
Right
over the middle. Takes a shot deep right away.
Don't force it. Oh,
Intercepted.
Great catch.
Great hands.
Oh, my goodness. That was awesome.
And making his way back the other way. Caleb Gaynor, and now Canyon has an opportunity to get something going before the first half.
Man, I thought he had the inside guy with the out route. I think he should have threw that and not try to force it downfield right away. He got a lot of time left on the clock, and that was great ball skills right there by him.
Caleb Gaynor all the way.
Great ball skills.
Aren't
right
they
there.
supposed to put the good athletes who can't really catch in the secondary? Isn't that where they
Hey,
normally put those guys?
that guy-
The speedy athletes who don't really have great hands.
Well, I guess he plays wide receiver and DB. It makes sense of why he would play wide receiver because that was definitely a receiver-type catch right there. I don't know too many DBs in my days who could have made a catch like that.
I kid with that description, but you hear coaches talk about that all the time.
Oh.
Hey,
I know a great DB named Rashad Wisdom who can't catch the ball. So that's why he plays DB now.
1st and 10, the Cougars at their own 42.
Uh-oh.
Another deep shot.
Oh!
That one just out of the hands. And the action fast and furious here is they're looking for Kendrew Walker, the tight end, near the sideline.
People may not want to hear this, but, as a quarterback during a 2-minute drill, your first most important thing is your first completion. Then after that, it's the first down. So get your first completion, get in rhythm, get your first down, and then that's when you slowly but surely start taking more and more shots. But the first, you should never try to attack them right away and go and be too aggressive.
Here's Dietrich in trouble, goes down.
You gotta get up quick. Clock is running.
50 seconds and counting now. Canyon has a timeout. The Unicorns have none. Dietrich in no hurry here, Frank. They got 3rd and long. It's officially 3rd and let's call it 10. No, let's call it beyond 10. Let's call it 13.
Yep, I would say 13. I wouldn't be in a rush either because they may not even get it, and then they would have to punt the ball away. So that's very smart by Coach Matt.
If this is not incomplete, and it won't be, it should be the last play of the first half, and it ends on a good note for New Braunfels. Nice play in the offensive backfield by Tennessee Garcia, the junior defensive back with a fantastic first name, Tennessee. And that's the way the first half closes. All right, the New Braunfels Canyon Marching Band wrapping up its performance. Both teams making their way onto the field, running through their inflatables. And as we get you set for the second half, a look at some of the best plays from the first 24 minutes. It started from the New Braunfels side of things with that fantastic play by Kaden Mills, a one-handed catch that got Frank Harris out of his seat and excited. Took you back to your playing days, huh, Frank B? Whoa, what a fantastic play.
That was great, especially as a quarterback throwing a pass like that and a receiver making you right. It's nothing better than that.
And then on the other end for Canyon, their big play defensively, after it was 7-7, their defense struck. Linebacker Eliza Delgado picking up the fumble after a fantastic hit. They got to quarterback Mr. Lampkin. Didn't know what hit him, but before Clayton could kind of get his bearings and see what was around him, it was too late. Delgado picking that one up. The scoop, the run, 14-7. That's where we are now as we get set for the second half kickoff. Canyon receiving to start the third quarter. And we are underway. Second half action here in the 42nd Wurst Bowl, excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, some danger there on the kickoff return.
Yeah, it was.
Isaac Early, the return. And as we start the second half, Frank, just want to get your thoughts generally here on the first half. What did you see? What stuck out to you? Just observations from a half that saw Canyon score 2 of the 3 touchdowns.
On both ends of the field, I think the boxes are loaded. So both of these teams, hopefully they may have halftime adjustments. They got to start throwing the ball out there a little bit, doing some RPOs, reading that extra defender and going opposite of what he's doing. Like even right now, that box is loaded. It would not be a great time to run the ball. He can't go nowhere. You have an extra guy that's not accounted for. I just got to make it wrong. And both sides of the field had to do that. I think, Canyon had a great opportunity right there when they sacked the quarterback and they brought a guy off the edge that wasn't, accounted for. And had the momentum going into halftime. So I'm excited to see what the adjustments are for both sides of the ball, and I'm excited to see what they do.
Jackson Reagan, the carry on the first play of the second half. No gain, 2nd and 10. If you're just joining us, that is Frank Harris. On the mic, I'm Hector Ledesma. Big burst across the middle for Canyon. Finally brought down, but not until he gets across the 30-yard line. Moving the sticks for the Cougars. Another look. Again, it's Reagan. See Jackson doing a nice job of breaking some tackles before the Unicorn defense able to get him down. Back to live action. Screen.
Uh-oh.
Reagan again. Makes a move toward the inside. The New Braunfels D, though, Anthony Nunez, the nose, junior defensive lineman, able to make the stop. Back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. Dietrich has trips to his right. Lone receiver our side. He comes our side. To right around the 35.
That was a great block there, right there by Reagan. Kind of put him in the ground. I like that.
Brings up the first third down here in the early going of the second half.
See what they do right here on 3rd and 6.
Omar Garza in on the stop on the previous play. 6 yards for a first down. Incomplete.
That's the same exact play they got down there to the 1-yard line on. That's exactly the same play right there. Feel like it was man coverage or cover 4 right there. So sitting route like that is usually typically not good. Versus a man coverage stationary route, you usually want to throw routes that are running away from the guy trying to defend against you.
Canyon on to punt. Donovan Craycraft, the intended receiver, busy in the first half. Young man who nearly reached 100 receiving yards a week ago in a season opening loss to Austin High. 45-35 that final. This kick fielded right around midfield. So the Unicorns with good field position here on their first drive of the second half. Led by quarterback Clayton Namkin. Missed a series in the first half. Senior quarterback taking a big hit on a run. Part of the pageantry here of the Wurst Bowl. Band's very active. Packed house here at Cougar Stadium. Right off of I-35 here in the beautiful city of New Braunfels. Handoff. Billy Barrows. Nothing there.
We got to figure something out. Like I keep saying, the same thing. It's not good running lanes right now. They're going to have to do some play action and just drop back and get some protection. Even if there's a 7-man protection, and let those guys on the outside go deep, run 2 posts or do something. But right now it's so congested right there in the middle of the field.
Both defenses almost daring the offenses to take shots. Namkin outside.
There we go.
That pass is complete to the young man who made the play of the night in the first half, Kaden Mills. The junior receiver able to haul it in. Slipping shortly thereafter, so it brings up 3rd and long. Officially it'd be 3rd and 8 at the Canyon 48. Making his way off the field for the Cougars gingerly is Jake Polson.
Hopefully he's okay.
Jake, a receiver for the Cougars, but also young man who plays defensive back, big kid. As Frank said, we wish him the very best. Unicorns with a 3rd and 8. 8:50 and counting here in quarter number 3. Namkin to his left. Open is Mills.
Then we got a
penalty marker on the play, though.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. We got to start going and attacking those guys. The box is so loaded. It's just literally one-on-one on the outside. And that's a receiver's dream to have that corner or that safety lined up over you, you know you have no help. And a quarterback dream as well.
So that penalty negating the first down reception for Kaden Mills. Frank Harris, an official as well as a color commentator tonight. It's right on with the official's call. Instead of 1st and 10, 3rd and a mile for the Unicorns. They got to get to San Marcos to get a new set of downs here.
Don't be surprised if you see a screen or a draw right here. Coach Motor's known for doing that on 3rd and long.
Officially 3rd and 18. Twins to our side. Looking to his left. Ampkin lets it go incomplete. Had to let it go before Cole Redding was able to make his break. And the Unicorn punting unit onto the field. Redding, who that pass was intended for, now back to punt, standing at his own 25-yard line. The Unicorns about to give it away following their first possession of the second half. Redding, that's a good kick.
It's a great kick.
Taking it to 22, no fair catch. Out near the 30.
Big hit.
Good return for Nathan Campbell. Following the return for Campbell, Cougars have it 1st and 10 at their own 29. Canyon offense had scored 35 points last weekend. Held a touchdown tonight. Remember, of their 2 touchdowns, one of them a defensive score. So both D's
there we go.
Playing well tonight. Some room there for Jackson Reagan. Reagan across the 25.
That's why you spread the defense out right there. You get a lot of box. Not have everybody inside so they can start playing the box a lot tighter. So right there, spread the box out, light box, 5 or 6 man box. You can definitely run it against that box any day.
Ball at the 36. Second, and let's
right
call it
too.
4. Reagan again. No. Dietrich kicks. Spin move. He hit the Y button.
Come on now.
Is it Y, Frank? What's the spin button on video games
B.
nowadays?
It's B.
He hits the B button.
Or circle. One or the other. I play with circle, but it could be B as well.
However you
nice.
slice it.
Oh, I like that move right there.
Reese Dietrich hitting the right buttons. 1st and 10 now across the 40. At the 41 for the Cougars. A pair of receivers to each side. Hands.
Those guys
There's
starting to
Reagan.
get aggressive with that run, so
And Laundry on the field.
let's see what they call. I got a holding call again.
Jackson Reagan trying to pick his spots there. Not very big, so kind of
On
scooting.
face mask.
There's a face mask on the Unicorns. And with that penalty, the ball moving all the way into New Braunfels territory. Put it down at the 43 of the Unicorns.
McDaniel had stepped off against the Unicorns. It will be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Now at the Unicorn 43-yard line.
New set of downs for the Cougars. Dietrich, slow snap, handles, looking to his left. Lets it go over the middle. Pass complete. A big hit. Doesn't matter.
I was a little nervous for that hit right there.
Nice drive of concentrating, and Kendrew Walker, big target, hauling that one in and then taking the hit, Frank, and retaining possession.
That was great right there. See, they just ran the ball 3 times, exact same thing right there, and they just did a play action pass off of it, stuck the defense in, and it was wide open. So I got to continue to do that, and they'll be open each and every time.
1st and 10 inside the red zone. Dietrich shotgun.
Man coverage
Trips
up top.
to his right.
There he goes.
They're
man
going
coverage.
for the man
Told you.
coverage. Touchdown. Frank called it. Reese
That was
Dietrich
great.
did it.
Love it. I love it. That was great right there. I love that right there. That's
Donovan
aggressive.
Craycraft, Frank, hauling that one in, beating single coverage right at the pylon.
Uh-oh. Did he get that? Did he get a foot down?
Well, we have the benefit of instant replay.
I don't know if they're able to review it in high school. Are they?
No.
Oh,
no
well,
review in high school.
Touchdown.
That's a touchdown
That's
either
a touchdown.
way. Unless
Yeah,
they want to
regardless.
unless they want to call the league office up in Austin.
Too late for all that.
UIL. It's
Touchdown.
too late. It's too late to call the mythical league office
That's
for the
great right
UIL
there.
in Austin.
That's great recognition right there. That corner came down there and pressed the receiver. One-on-one coverage, you got to make the most out of that each and every time.
And with that, let's step aside. When we come back, the Unicorns now down 2 touchdowns. You're watching KSAT's Big Game coverage. Taking a 21-7 lead thanks to a touchdown pass from quarterback Reese Dietrich to their all-everything receiver Donovan Craycraft. Here's the kickoff return for the Unicorns. Decent field position to start. They're going to be across the 30, near the 35. But now facing a 2-touchdown deficit as the Cougars have taken that 14-7 lead and extended to a 21-7 ball game here with 6:30 remaining in the third quarter. "42nd Wurst Bowl. Played this game for the first time in 1976. New Braunfels a 46-0 winner that night. The last 2 meetings, though, Canyon's taken both, including a thrilling 32-28 outcome last year. Namkin, screen, some room, not for long. Cameron Pitts the reception. Give him 2, maybe 3 depending on the spot. I think they're going to give him 2. 2nd and 8. Unicorn setting up on that right hash mark. Namkin in shotgun, as he usually is. Hands. Up the middle, some room across the 50. Fantastic run for Brock Stewart. Moving the sticks. Into Canyon territory. Ball at the 48.
Way to make somebody miss. That guy was untouched. He's uncounted for right there in that formation that they were in. 22 is untouched. And it was a great job of the running back to make a miss.
Even though the Unicorns have given the ball to Billy Barrows plenty, Brock Stewart has seen his fair share of touches. Stewart again here. Just a sophomore. Pickup of 2. 2nd and 8.
One-on-one up top. Let's see if they go after him. Playing inside leverage.
That's Lane Duke, the receiver that Frank mentioned with the one-on-one coverage.
Still one-on-one. Both of the receivers. Let's see what they do.
Matched up against him is Caleb Gaynor. Where's number 4 for Canyon?
One-on-one coverage.
Looking that way.
There we go.
Complete to Duke. Gaynor comes up right away, but not before Duke appears to have a first down.
They got to keep attacking that. You got to make guys pay if they want to go man-on-man.
Officials timeout. We have a Canyon Cougar down on the field. Our best to Cameron Ledsworth, junior linebacker for the Cougars, coming off a good outing in the season opener against Austin High. 3 solo tackles, 3 assists, a quarterback pressure. Good news in that Cameron is able to walk off on his own power and shaking off the legs as he's doing so.
there has been a Dexcom transmitter found on the Cougar side.
First and 10 for the Unicorns. They're trying to get at the touchdown they just gave up, trying to get it back in a 21-7 ball game.
Look like they're going to inside out it right here up top with these receivers. See what they do.
Bunch twins to our side. Handoff up the middle. Cross the 30 again. It's Brock Stewart.
It's a great block there, too. It's a great run.
A couple yards short of the first down. You got to spot the ball at the 29. Officially second and a long one. More Brock Stewart. It's a New Braunfels offense that plays off the run. Seen it firsthand several times tonight. This one's Billy Barrows fighting his way for yardage across the line of scrimmage. Give Barrows 2. 2nd and 8. Canyon wants to take a timeout. Let's take it with him. When we come back, the Unicorns on the march, down 21-7. You're 2nd and 8 for the Unicorns. We welcome you back to Cougars Stadium. Canyon on top of New Braunfels 21-7. Shot toward the end zone by Naskin. What a catch! He did it again.
Oh, my goodness. The same formation that they've been in. And finally, they just decided to do a play-action play. One-on-one coverage. Give him a chance. That was a great catch by him.
Kaden Mills has been a one-man highlight reel tonight.
Oh, man.
Talk about high-pointing it.
Come on, man.
At a very high level. Extra point is good, and it's back to a 7-point game.
Man, that was great right there. I'm glad they finally took advantage of that one-on-one coverage outside and gave him a chance.
So here's the thing. If you weren't with us in the first half, that is the second spectacular touchdown reception for Kaden Mills. In the first half, he was able to haul one in one-handed, reached out with his right hand, gathered it, and then was able to take it into the end zone for the Unicorns' first touchdown. This play, he just simply went up and got it. Fantastic effort by Kaden. And we've got a ball game again. Not that it wasn't a ball game at 21-17, so maybe a better way to put it is it's a different ball game, Frank. It's once again just a 7-point deficit for the New Braunfels Unicorns.
You know, we say UTSA is feed the studs. He's a stud. He's proven it twice already today. He needs to get the ball again next drive, the drive after that, and the drive after that, because he's special with the ball in his hands.
Used him in a number of different ways last week. On the ground, caught a pass. A lot of the New Braunfels regulars didn't really play in a big rout of Madison to open the season 48-0. So the stats a little misleading for New Braunfels. But Kaden Mills having himself a night. Kickoff return to past the 20. Not quite the 25. And that's where Canyon will start with 3:07 remaining in the third quarter. Kaden just a junior.
Yeah, he's exciting to watch. I love how he went to go high point that ball. And even earlier, that one-hand catch and got some yards after the catch. That was impressive by him. So I'm excited to see what he does next drive.
So the Cougars' turn now. Second quarter, saw 3 touchdowns. So far the third, seeing 2 of them after a scoreless first. Reese Dietrich keeps, then throws. Out toward the sideline. Big hit.
Big hit.
You know, Tennessee Garcia all over that play.
Brings up second and forward for the Cougars.
Cougars were able to pick up 6. Jackson Kinsey, his first reception. Here comes Reagan Jackson.
And across the 40.
Oh, man, I would love to see Michael Aguilar right there either run that guy off, that cornerback, or stock block him. That's who ultimately made that tackle right there. But that was a great play call right there. That was a great run.
Here's Jackson Reagan coming left. But for not. Penalty marker. They're going backward.
Excuse me, that was Donovan Craycraft right there, the receiver that I was mentioning.
Back to their own 17-yard line. Second and right around 14. They need to get to the 31 for a first down. They're at the 17 now. Dietrich. In trouble. He's got to go. He does.
I think he was trying to come to the boundary right there. They played cloud coverage. That means it's cover 2. That safety had over the top held, and that corner was playing the flat. So I think he got fooled right there. It was a great disguise by those guys on the defensive end.
Omar Garza the stop. Officials timeout. Injury on the field. Appears to be Omar Garza, who's the Unicorn down. Packed house here at Cougars Stadium, as is usually the case for the Wurst Bowl. They brought Omar to his feet, you see. He's taking a knee. Wishing Omar the absolute best. Young man who led the Unicorns in tackles last week.
Hopefully he's got the wind knocked out of him. Walking off fine, hopefully, and hopefully just the wind got knocked out of him and it was hard for him to get back up, but wish him a speedy recovery as well.
7 tackles a week ago in that victory against the Madison Mavericks. 3rd and 9 for the Canyon Cougars. We're under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 3 receivers to our side for Dietrich. Looking this way. Looking for a crossing route.
Ooh.
Again, Donovan Craycraft.
That was a great catch.
And it's a catch that's worthy of a first down for the Cougars.
That's good enough for a Cougar first.
I want them to come back to that play right there. And I want them to go ahead and target, Jackson Kunze. He on that out route. That corner went inside with the dig route. He was wide open right there. Should have threw it to him, but that was great. Great anticipation. It's a great catch. That was a great ball, low and away from the defender.
The Craycraft reception brings them to the 33. Under a minute 20 we go in the third quarter. Canyon hanging on to a 21-14 lead. It's Reagan, knee down, so he's down. Trying to make something more happen after it appeared the New Braunfels D got to him. Official saying, no, your knee hit the turf, so you're down. Always worth a shot, though.
Always.
2nd and 6 at the 37. Trips, although in motion. Again, it's Reagan. Jackson stopped short of the 40. They need to get to the 43 for a new set of downs.
Pick up of about 2, brings up 3rd and a long 3.
And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Put those fours up. We're going to the fourth. The way it should be in the Wurst Bowl. A close game. Canyon 21, New Braunfels 14. We're back with the final period. 3rd and 4 for Canyon as we welcome you back to the Wurst Bowl. Reese Dietrich keeping. Reese Dietrich's got a first down for the Cougars. Canyon starting with the ball, up 21-14. Dietrich showing you he can run it as well. Young man who threw for more than 400 yards last week, extending this series for his team with the legs. And so a new set of downs at the 46 for the Cougars.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see Canyon take their time on these drives, knowing what type of game this is, trying to get the ball out of the Unicorns' hand.
There's Reagan. A host of Unicorn defenders there in an absolute hurry. Anthony Nunez, Junior Nose, among the first to get there. Patrick Freeberg, 6'2", safety who can run well, also in on that play. 2nd and 10. Dietrich.
Uh-oh.
Is that a busted play, Frank?
I think it was an RPO. He pulled it, so they're straight pulling right now. So that means that the defensive end is going to give the quarterback a pull read, which he pulls the ball. And then you're going to see that linebacker come over the top. So right there, he has to pull the ball. The linebacker scrapes over the top. So it's kind of one of those deals. You got to pull it. You got to kind of try to make that guy miss. It's one of those adjustments that the defense has made. He could have tried to throw it out there to the bubble, but that's just a great defensive play. And those guys are out there because they're good as well. So hats off to the defense.
Thanks to the replay, able to get a better look at that run-pass option. Oh. Dietrich up top.
Perfect. Oh,
pass is caught. Is he inbounds?
Oh, they gave it to him.
Yes, he is. Kendrew Walker with another big catch that covers yardage.
Great.
Kendrew sitting back and waiting for it. It was just a matter of, can I get it before the defender gets here?
That was great right
Answer
there.
is yes. Cougars now knocking at the door at the 25. Dietrich trips to our side. Hands. It's Jackson Reagan carrying the pile for about a yard or two. About 5 by the time it's all said and done. So 2nd and 5. Ball at the 21. Call it 2nd and 6. Cougars looking over at that sideline. Head coach Sean McCullough. Head coach at Judson years back before taking over at Cy Ranch. 88-34 career record as a head coach for Coach Sean McCullough. That includes the opener last weekend. Dietrich rolling to his right, lets it go, sideline, incomplete.
That was a great read right there, just missed him. Just got high on him. It's a great call right there. Get him out of the pocket. Try to get him an easy throw. See right there again, he had to pull the ball. That guy's running the heel line, so it's a poor read every time. That was a great read, great decision. Just missed it. He'll get it there next time.
Looking for Jackson Kinsey, who went over 100 yards receiving last week, 4 catches to get 106. Caught one of the 5 touchdown passes that Reese Dietrich threw against Austin High. 3rd and 6 here. Dietrich keeping, has to.
Uh-oh.
Spin move. He got close.
Oh, dude, I love that effort right there.
But I don't think he got there.
I don't think he got it either, but I love the effort right there.
Okay, 4th and inches. Is this a decision, Frank, or do you go?
I'd kick a field goal.
The offense still on the field. They quick snap it. Penalty markers.
Yeah, false start.
And movement early, yep.
I would have just kicked a field goal right there. It gets you up 10, 2-possession game, 8 minutes left. have faith in your defense. I think you get the ball back and you can milk the clock out. So I think they should have just give it a field goal. I'm sure they're probably gonna do that now. It just makes it a little bit longer for that kicker to try to make it in the upright.
Carlos Enriquez, a junior, the kicker. He wears number 14.
Yeah, I think they're bluffing. I think they're gonna kick a field goal.
The play clock now at 20, and here comes the special teams unit. David Waring, the holder.
You got blocked last time. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen right here.
This a 28-30. It would be a 38-yard field goal. The ball is at the 28. That's where it would be held.
Timeout.
Canyon wants more time to talk it over, or the play clock was running down. I think that's why they took it.
That may cost them. I know they're not going to be happy about using that timeout right now because this is a close game. Especially if the Unicorns go out there, they hold them to a miss right here or a block, and they go score. They may need that extra timeout. But we'll see how the game pans out.
That's the second timeout that the Cougars have taken in this second half, so they're down to 1 in a game that so far the indication is that you're going to need all the timeouts you can get down the stretch. Now the Cougars hoping this field goal attempt, assuming that they follow through with it, puts them up by 2 scores. It would put them up 24-14 with 8:20 on the clock. As we've seen, though, every time that Canyon has threatened to pull away, the Unicorns have come right back. Sometimes it's been methodical, but the Unicorns have answered. Canyon took a 7-0 lead. New Braunfels answered to make it 7-7. Canyon actually went up 21-7, so they were able to get the 14 without New Braunfels coming back and getting the tie. But shortly after they took a 21-7 lead, New Braunfels got a second touchdown from their outstanding receiver, Kaden Mills. 38-yard field goal attempt for a 10-point lead. Bad snap. Hold is down. Kick is good. Money kick for Mr. Carlos Enriquez.
That was a great kick.
You know, this vantage point can sometimes be deceiving when it comes to field goals. Well, there was no doubt in my mind when you heard the roar of the crowd in front of us. That's when I knew, okay, that's good.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They were definitely roaring.
This entire side of the stands in front of us erupted in unison. And that's when I knew, okay, that one went through.
No doubt.
Big kick, Frank, because as you mentioned, you're now up 2 scores, 8:17 to go. You put New Braunfels in a spot.
We do. 4-minute drill is what we call it. So give them the ball back. Even if they do score, you're still up 3. Or if they go for 2, you're up 2. So if they make it. So, you go get the ball back, Canyon. 4-minute drill, 4-minute offense. Milk the clock. Get the first down. Keep milking the clock. Game will be over with. So we'll see what the Unicorns do right here and see how Canyon tries to answer and try to keep those guys off the scoreboard.
Carlos Enriquez on the kick following his big 38-yard field goal. Back of the end zone. Cole Redding, happy to see it go through. Unicorns start 1st and 10 at their own 25. 8:17 left in the ball game. It's a Unicorn squad that's coming off a by-district appearance. They went 6-5 last year. Interesting thing about New Braunfels last year, they started the season 2-4, but thanks to a 4-1 record in district, and remember they were 6A last year, was New Braunfels in that same district with the Judsons and the Clements and the Steels, able to go 4-1 in district play. Finished the year 6-5, including the by-district loss. Give here across near the 30, maybe a couple.
We're going to have to see the Unicorns start passing the ball some. You know, the clock is not your friend right now. The clock is going to keep running, especially if you run the ball. At least with an incompletion, the clock will stop briefly. At least with a pass, you get some yards down the field or get out of bounds. Stop the clock at least briefly.
Thanks to realignment, New Braunfels now in District 13 5A Division 1. Napkin. Over the middle. Guess who?
Touchdown.
Kaden Mills is off to the races.
Touchdown.
His third touchdown of the night.
You, feed him. Feed number 0.
Kaden Mills putting on a show on the Sept big game coverage.
Feed the studs. He's a stud. Give him the ball. Figure out a way to get him the football in his hands and let him do the rest.
At the risk of insulting the effort by the rest of the New Braunfels Unicorns, it seems like it's Canyon 24, Kaden Mills 20.
Yep, they want to keep playing that coverage, one-on-one.
Extra point for William Tobias is good.
You got to take advantage of that each and every time.
Will we come back? Canyon's turn to answer, can they? You're watching KSAT's big game coverage from the Wurst Bowl. Cougars Stadium, kickoff goes out of bounds. William Tobias kicking off for the Unicorns. Make that Chris Hinton kicking off for the Unicorns. Canyon looks like they'll take the kick because of the options they get. They can either have New Braunfels re-kick it. They can say, no, we'll take it at the 30. They'll take it at the 30, and so that's where they'll start at the 7:35 mark.
Hector, I'm curious to see what Canyon does here. Either they try to, it's too much time to try to milk the clock, but they still got to be aggressive because they can't get the ball back to Unicorns' momentum, so they got to go out there and try to score. So I'd love to see if they try to run the ball and throw the ball right here and try to be aggressive still.
Reese District hands. Dietrich giving to Jackson Reagan. Reverses course. Maybe a yard by the time.
Oh, look like he's cramping up down there.
You have a Unicorn down.
Yeah, I think he's cramping up down there. That's the worst.
If that's 99, and it is 99, thank you to our excellent director, Michael, for pointing that out, helping when I couldn't see the two numbers on the jersey there. 99 is River Vargas, junior defensive lineman, plays a nose tackle spot, stretching out his leg. Well, whoever wins this game, that's how the 42nd Wurst Bowl is ultimately going to be remembered. But no matter the outcome, it's also going to be remembered as a coming out party for Kaden Mills, Frank.
Dude,
just a junior.
He's having a game, I will say. You definitely got a fan in me. I kind of like everything that he's about. He's playing extremely well. I'm excited to see what he does next round. Give him the ball. Good to see him get off the field right now. I think that's Anthony Nunez that's walking off right now. Hopefully he's good as well.
So it's 95, not 99. Thank you, Frank.
Yes,
95
sir.
is Anthony Nunez. He's a junior defensive lineman. Anthony, 2 quarterback hits a week ago. Big part of this Unicorn defense is a big front defensively. Pickup of 1 on that last play.
Got to see Canyon right here try to be aggressive. Try to get some points on the board. A touchdown, not 3 points.
Dietrich as is usually the case in shotgun. Again, the give to Reagan.
I mean, at this point, it's third and some change. I think the Unicorns kind of know they're going to throw the ball. I don't fault Canyon for doing that, but they got to start mixing some stuff up to where it's not too heavy on the run game, and third and long, they got to pass the ball, and it's kind of obvious. So I would like to see them mix it up just a little bit. We'll see what they do right here. We'll see if Canyon gets some play action, see if they can protect them and get the ball down the field.
3rd and 7. Big opportunity for New Braunfels to get off the field. Their defense, Dietrich, trying to make sure they don't.
Oh.
Puts his head down, gets toward the 40, and it's going to be close.
It's in inches. Oh, man. Man, I want to see him get that first down. Ah, man.
Another look here from behind Dietrich.
He tried everything in all his might. He had like 4 or 5 guys on him. I don't know, man. I don't know if you got it, Hector.
Well, the official's calling a timeout. I expect to see the chains come onto the field.
Yeah, I think they're going to go review.
No movement just yet, though.
Uh-oh.
Here they come.
Yeah, they're short.
Big measurement. You called it, Frank. They're well short.
Yep.
About a football and a half short. Maybe 2 footballs.
You may say I'm risky for this, Hector, but Jeff Traylor and me, we're going for this thing.
You go?
You just see how quick the Unicorns just scored. It's in inches. I don't know if you want to give those guys the ball back right now. I'd go for it. That's just me being aggressive. I think you kind of go for this one. We'll see what they do. But I would love to see them kind of go for this one and be aggressive.
It appears for the moment that Coach Sean McCullough is agreeing with the Jeff Traylor, Frank Harris doctrine.
Got to go for it. Come on
4th
now.
and inches. Under 7 minutes to play in a 24-21 game that Canyon leads. Dietrich in the shotgun. He got it.
Oh, that's what I like to see right there. I love that aggression by Coach Mack right there. That was great.
Wildcat. Because it was Jackson Reagan who got the direct snap and Reagan who gets the first down.
That's just, I'm running the ball. Let's line up good old school football, and let's see who's more physical, and let's see if you're going to deny me from getting this first down or not. That was great to see right there.
Spotted at the 46. Second big play of this fourth quarter. First on the Canyon side of things, and it goes their way. The second one does. Their first offensively. Quick pass out to the sideline. It's Kinsey.
See right there, Hector, see how he has to pull the ball right there, and he has a guy coming over the top. That was a great read there by the quarterback to get the ball out there. And great by the receiver to go get some yards and just keep the change trying to move.
Give Jackson Kinsey 9 on that reception, Frank, so it's 2nd and 1.
Perfect.
Ball's at the 45. Two Cougar receivers to our side. Reagan, the give.
Oh.
Nothing. Anthony Nunez back on the field. He's a young man who came off moments ago, so good to see him back in the ball game.
I think they're bringing back that personnel, the heavy personnel, that is just going to run the ball right now. If I had to guess, I think they're just going to just line up and just try to run the ball and get the first down. Or if it's not that, then maybe you're trying to kind of a trick play where they try to throw the ball with this Wildcat formation that they have.
3rd and 1, another big down on this drive. Again, it's Reagan, direct snap, and again, Jackson Reagan delivers. First down, Canyon. Clock under 5:15. Several opportunities on this drive for that New Braunfels D to get off the field, including on a 4th and inches.
I know it's not exactly 4 minutes, but I think this is more a 4-minute offense right here. That's where the offense wants to snap the ball, 1 second left on the clock, 2 seconds left on the clock, and try to milk the clock and not get the ball back to the Unicorns. So I'd love to see the quarterback snap it right here. 2 seconds left. Every second matters right now.
Ball's at the New
this
Braunfels 42. Reagan coming around, comes up the middle,
Oh,
still
yeah.
on his feet.
Oh,
Jackson
yeah.
Reagan's got the
Oh,
outside,
yeah.
and Jackson Reagan cuts it back in. Down
Great
to the
run.
3-yard line.
That's a great run right there.
Inside the Unicorn 5, 1st and goal, Cougars.
It's a play that puts the Cougars in position to make things really difficult for New Braunfels.
I don't know why they're
Dietrich,
hurrying.
hands again. Reagan, did he get across the goal line? No, just short.
I don't know why they're hurrying though, Hector. I think they should kind of still try to milk the clock out. I mean, they have everything in their favor right now. I mean, even if you just wait for the clock to go down 29 more seconds to where it's 3 minutes and 40 seconds and not exactly 4 minutes. It may not sound much, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about seconds and inches in a game of football.
That appears to be Reagan in the direct snap. Reagan
Oh.
bobbles the snap. It did not cost him. Touchdown Canyon. Three times this series, the Canyon Cougars have put Jackson Reagan, their standout running back, in the shotgun to take the snap. The first time he got him a first on 4th and inches. The second time he got him a first down on 3rd and 2. And this most recent time he gets him 6 to make it 30-21 with 3:50 remaining in the ball game. See a Unicorn down on the field.
I think he's cramping again.
Very common this time of the season. Early going, the weather's still hot. Thank goodness Elmer Martinez, senior linebacker, is back up on his feet, appears to be okay. Jogging off the field. Carlos Enriquez set to come on to make this a 10-point game.
I'm not a rocket science, Hector. If I was the Unicorns, I'm figuring out a way to give Kaden Mills the football and let him go be a playmaker.
Heck, put him on kickoff return.
Hey, Dave, that kid needs the ball in his hands and let him figure out everything else.
Snap, hold, kick. 31-21 Canyon closing in on a 3rd straight Wurst Bowl victory. Back for what could be the conclusion of the 42nd meeting between these two. You're watching KSAT's Big Game coverage. Canyon Cougars set to kick off, having just taken a 31-21 lead with 3:50 remaining in the Wurst Bowl. And Kaden Mills is on the field for a kick return. He does not field it. It's Cole Redding, also dynamic, hit across the 20, brought down at the 21.
Rodriguez, or Cougar there. Assisted by 30.
So you've got 3:44 remaining, Frank. How much of a hurry element do you have right now if you're in New Braunfels? I realize initially that sounds like a dumb question, but I'm wondering about the balance between taking your time but also realizing you have all 3 of your timeouts left.
Yeah, you're not in a panic or you're not in a rush mode, but I think you start getting in a 2-minute mode. Trying to get down the field as fast as you can, trying not to use the timeouts. So whenever Canyon gets the ball back, you can start using your timeouts that way. So you try not to burn them now, but we'll see. I think right here they're doing the same thing, double post.
Clayton Napkin, quick.
Oh, I would have did it.
It's Duke.
Oh, man.
Not
they gotta
much
go back
there.
out there and get those posts a try again and get Kaden Mills that post route again. The middle feels wide open. It's a man coverage again or cover 4, which then turns into a man coverage. They got to figure out how to get him the ball quickly.
Lane Duke picking up a yard. 2nd and 9. Clock now under 3:20. It's as much an obstacle as the Canyon defense is for this Unicorn offense across.
Oh.
Short hop. They were looking for Lane Duke again.
That was perfect right there. Kaden Mills had the safety one-on-one. He had inside leverage. He ran a corner route. Oh, man, they got to come back to that and throw him that corner route. That was wide open.
Fantastic analysis by Frank. As I'm watching the ball, Frank is seeing the play develop, letting you know that it's there for the taking for Kaden Mills again.
That guy's inside leverage right now. Corner route is perfect. If that corner runs down.
3rd and 9 for Clayton Lampkin. Lets it go. Mills overshot him. Even that one a little too high for Kaden. 4th and 9, Frank.
Uh-oh.
You're going here, right?
I mean, at this point,
You have all 3 of your timeouts left.
You have no choice but to kind of go for it. I know Coach Motor's definitely going to go for it.
Would Coach Frank Harris go for it?
You have no choice right now. You're
Okay.
down 10, 3 minutes left. Figure out a single up. They single up. He's man coverage out there with Kaden Mills. I'm figuring out how to get him the ball.
Again, maybe a dumb question, but you're at your own 21. Napkin under pressure.
Kaden Mills, throw the ball to
Let's
Kaden Mills.
it go. Mills, no. Tended for Duke.
No.
Big stop for that Canyon defense.
Oh, man. That's gun rich right there for the quarterback. I know he had pressure, but you never want to go out. You never want to go down, 4th down, without giving your receiver a chance. I mean, at the end of the day, just throw the ball up and hope for the best and give your receiver a chance. Overthrow right there. I mean, like I said earlier, 2 passes that's never been completed. Overthrows and out of bounds. And right there, I know you probably want that one back. You never want to overthrow on 4th and 9 or 4th down in general.
Quincy Jones, a sophomore linebacker, among 2 Cougars applying the pressure, forcing Napkin to throw it before he wanted to. So Canyon now in the absolute driver's seat. 1st and 10 at the New Braunfels 23. Dietrich. It's Reagan. Jackson comes toward us, met by a host of Unicorn defenders.
Yeah, right here you see them try to milk the clock out, I guess, and make the Unicorns burn their timeouts. If I was Canyon, I wouldn't have snapped the ball, let those 30 seconds run down on the play clock. I just can't let it keep on trickling down and make the Unicorns burn their timeouts.
Zeke Martinez and Patrick Freeberg. Couple of seniors coming up on the stop. Loss of 2 for that Unicorn defense. Canyon in absolutely no hurry.
At all. You shouldn't be. Let that clock keep on going.
Play clock is at 3, 2, 1. They
Perfect.
snap it. Game clock's at 2:08.
Touchdown.
Up the middle.
Oh!
Jackson Reagan almost
Thought
put
he had
the
it.
punctuation mark, exclamation, if you will, on this ball game. But the Cougars going to have a chance to do it here.
The 1st and goal for the Cougars.
Let that clock keep on running.
Ball's at the 3, it appears. It could end up being academic, whether it's at the 3 or the 2, because Canyon knocking on the doorstep, up by 10, 1.5 minutes to go. Dietrich behind center. In shotgun formation, keeps. Reese Dietrich has himself a touchdown, and the Canyon Cougars have themselves
touchdown.
a 37-21 lead. 1:22 away from a 3rd consecutive Wurst Bowl victory.
That may be over, man, Hector. I hate to say it, but that may be game right there.
The Cougar fans know it, Frank. Up in unison. It's loud. Carlos Enriquez on for his 5th extra point. He's hit all 5 of them to go with a 38-yard field goal. 1:22 to go in a game that Canyon has seized control of. We're back after this on KSAT's Big Game coverage. Cougar Stadium, the whole team about to kick off after taking a 38-21 lead and all but putting the 42nd Wurst Bowl away.
Oh.
Big hit at the 15.
Oh.
Cole Redding's a big play guy. Canyon special team saying we can make a big play too. Another angle, low angle here.
That was a big hit right there.
For Canyon, a team that, like New Braunfels, also went around into the playoffs last year. 7-4 overall for the Cougars. Last year at the 5A level, they've moved up to 6A this season. Thing is, though, for Canyon, even though they lost 4 games, 3 of those 4 losses, including the playoff loss, came by a combined 10 points. There's Kaden Mills.
Get out of bounds.
He does. Stops the clock. And so the Cougars looking for a return trip to the playoffs, although hoping to get a round beyond or a couple of rounds beyond the first round of the second season in their first year under head coach Sean McCullough. Coming over from Cy Ranch. Before that, 10 years at Judson, 88-34 career record. On the other end, Brad Mulder, 20-6 as a head man. As that pass is caught, Grant Franklin does not get out of bounds, so the clock continues to run. We're now under a minute to go. Coach Mulder, this is 3rd season as a head man, 2 years at Lavernia after he was Frank Harris's offensive coordinator at Clemens, some time at Judson before that as well.
Oh, that's been a false start.
Coach Mulder, 20-6 for his career, including last week's opening victory against Madison.
Hey, Hector, I don't know if you noticed, they got a new quarterback in. I don't know what happened. But,
They do with Jackson Maples.
Yeah,
My
do.
guess is, Frank, is, Nampkins got beat up tonight, is just take him out at this point, right?
Yep,
Why
I
risk
agree.
anything?
You're right.
We saw Jackson Maples come in the second quarter when Nampkin took a shot. Body twisted one way, took a shot to the helmet on that same play, missed the remainder of that series. And so that's when Jackson Maples took a couple of steps, including a long bomb attempt. Fell incomplete, but Maples getting some action in the second quarter, back in there right now. As mentioned, Canyon on its way to its 3rd consecutive Wurst Bowl victory. It would make this series 32-10 in favor of New Braunfels. The Unicorns winning the first meeting in 8 of the first 10. 46-0, the score of the first ever meeting between these two in 1976. Canyon's actually been open since the 1950s, but didn't start playing football until late in the 70s. There's Maples.
Uh-oh, scramble drill.
Lets
Give him a
it go.
chance.
Caden Mills.
Did
he hold on to that?
Having a day.
My goodness.
Oh,
They're
going to
they're gonna throw it for some taunting there. Heck, the kind of night he's had.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably want that one back. I know
Now,
Coach Motor's going to talk to him about that.
Coach Motor's going to take him out as part of an opportunity to kind of coach here and teach.
For sure.
But hey, if you can let the discipline slide for just a second, it's the kind of play on a night in which that young man has had himself a night. 3 touchdown receptions, and then that acrobatic, impossible catch, even though it comes in a game that they're losing by 17 in the final minute.
No doubt.
Another fantastic effort for number 0. Just a junior. There's Lane Duke. Gets across midfield.
See, if we get one more play in.
Play clock, game clock, I should say, under 20. It looks like the Unicorns will run one more play.
Oh, Oh.
Caught by Cameron Pitts.
Yeah, that wasn't meant for him.
And that's the way the 2024 Wurst Bowl comes to an end. Entertaining from start to finish.
It was.
Scoreless first quarter, even though there were several big plays. A second quarter that saw Canyon take a 14-7